Welcome back to another episode of the Friday Podcast. And that, I don't know if y'all heard the little crunchy sound, but it's because it's vinyl tile. It's not really tile. Thank y'all for joining me once again. Let's get this party started. Hey, 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 hey. South Harlem, got these haters falling, man, cause we fly steady, riding, stay ballin'. You can hear us calling when we bumping in the slab from a mile away, in the Chevy or a Chez. Knocking haters down with a couple of I just woke up, kind of, so I brushed my hair to see how it looks crazy. But I was like, fuck it. We look crazy in this episode. And since I did that, I wore this old shirt. And when it comes to battles, I'm always victorious. And when it comes to war, I settle the score worse. Moving forward, I put your head in reverse. Cause I keep flowing, you know when it's getting worse. One verse to 8 bars, I'm dropping until it hurts. Represent SG. I don't wanna test us. Coming down hard with the young and the restless. SG. Y'all don't wanna test us. Coming down hard with the young and the restless. SG. Y'all don't wanna test us. Coming down hard with the young and the restless. SG. Y'all don't wanna test us. Coming down hard with the young and the restless. Raised in the city of G's and pretty ladies. In the dirty, so you know we living crazy. Getting paid daily, yes, we keep it hood. Going through some struggles, but it's still all good. Viviendo una fiesta de veras en puros bailes. Diciendo ay, nomás estamos en las calles. Living the life, all I can say is you should try this. Paying the price, no living twice to getting by. Trying to minimize competition, no murdering. Half a wrist missing before they even heard of me. Big wrist waiting, no wonder the law searching me. Haters keep dating and fools gon' try working me. I can't be hustle straight from that SG. We leave links with a broken left knee. Holding the best. Alright, y'all. So that song right there, I recorded in 2007 when I was a senior in high school. And I was supposed to perform that song at the Cinco de Mayo, not special, assembly. Because so my freshman year I went to Garland. Shout out to Garland, them Owls. That's where my sister graduated from. So my freshman year I went to Garland. And then for whatever reason I went to South. And South was really cool. South Garland was like, I knew some of the people obviously from middle school. But I felt more comfortable at South than I did at Garland for some reason. But then at the same time, I would go to South and then I'd get fucked up during school and then go hang out at Garland sometimes. Anyway, sophomore year, they let me do a song for the Cinco de Mayo. And I forgot what song it was. And then sophomore year, they let me do another song. And that one I did with my homeboy, Alex Gamboa. Shout out to Alex. We got a song called Texas to Guatemala. And I need to look for it. I'll load it up eventually on my music channel, on Little X Music, as it's called right now. I don't know, I'll probably change it soon. I'm looking outside because everything's so green. Instead of looking at the camera, my bad. It's just like so peaceful out there. You know, I got the windows cracked and you can hear the birds and shit probably. A butterfly just landed on my window. Y'all been seeing a lot of butterflies. And I think the universe, you know, they talk to us like that through nature. And speaking of that, you know, I was looking through old songs. And there's a song called Headbuster Click, or Headbusters. And I did it on the MIMS beat, which is MIMS. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. Well, I use that beat. And I did a beat to shout out all my friends from South Garland. And Lakeview, because one of my cousins went to Lakeview. And I shouted out family too, and shit like that. It was a shout out song, right? But the first couple of tracks was all my homeboys from South Garland. I'm gonna load that one up soon too. Probably be up by the time this is up. And I mentioned my friend Chris
Salazar, R.I.P. And when I heard it, then I saw a cardinal fly into my backyard, and apparently cardinals are signs of angels or people who have passed on. And it's been a couple times where I know a couple people who have passed on, and then I see cardinals, like, or think about them, and then I see a cardinal. I think he would be proud of me. He was always one of my supporters in my music. I think he's up there proud and that I'm finally putting all these throwback songs onto YouTube, putting them into the zeitgeist, into the ether. Because at first I just had them on CDs and shit, and, you know, over 10, 15 years those CDs get fucked up. And I'm finally putting them on YouTube. Finally figured out how, because of the podcast. And I did that because of the Odd Pod. And I did that. Well, no, I did the Odd Pod, but then also I started doing this because of working from home, the Zoom thing. And it kind of helped keep me busy during the pandemic of 2020, the shutdown. So yeah, R.I.P. to my boy Chris Salazar, R.I.P. to my boy Crawford, R.I.P. to Giovanni. 3 people my age that I know that passed away this year. And I gotta think about that every time I stress about money. I need to stop stressing about things that they take time sometimes, you know? And I still make mistakes sometimes, even though I'm in my 30s. But it's all a learning process, and I feel like they're here with me though. They're there to shake their heads when I'm fucking up, and to pat me on the back when I'm doing right. And I plan on doing a lot more right. I don't plan on fucking up no more. You know what I'm saying? Also, today was my son's first day of school. Like I said, I recorded this before I first day of 8th grade. I need to take vitamins. Just saw in the corner of my eye. Shout out to Alive gummy vitamins that are free from gluten. They're free from gelatin. They're free from soy, dairy, wheat. They're free from peanuts, eggs, and yeast-derived ingredients. Man, you eat 3 a day. These gummies are delicious. And got all the vitamins you need, man. It's also got me through the pandemic. These vitamins right here. Nature's way. I haven't read from this in a while. Alright, this is good. A word of advice from Yoda. Believe in your abilities. This is a message to myself as well. I haven't read this yet. A healthy dose of skepticism is good, but doubting yourself is self-defeating. You might not have all the answers, but you might not even need them all right now. Believe that with calm, applied effort, a solution will present itself. Whether you are choosing which university to apply to, what job you should accept, or proving to your mentor and yourself that you are truly Jedi material. Quitting in frustration is never the answer. And another quote from Yoda. Always with you, it cannot be done. Hear you nothing I say. Do or do not. There is no try. And that is beautiful. I don't know what to do to mark it. So I don't read this one on the podcast again. Believe in your abilities. And I gotta remind myself of that too, because every day's a struggle, man. Man, I got some old songs from middle school, and every time I say everyday struggle, I had a song called Everyday Struggle, man. And it's pretty funny because, you know, some of selling drugs and shit, and I was doing none of that. So, last time we did a little unconventional episode. This time I kind of wanted to get back to the format. And we're going to talk about, speaking of that, the angel number of the week is one that may frighten you. But you must understand, the Bible is not always it was never written to be taken 100% literally. A lot of language and words have changed, and our definitions have changed, and so much so that certain things like hell is not a place where humans burn. When Jesus referred to hell, he was talking about where they burn trash. And he said, if you don't follow God, you're basically burnt trash. You're not, he never said anything about God has the devil under earth, torturing people. That was some 13th century fucking Catholic dude. No offense to the Catholic, but it was some Catholic dude in the Dark Ages to scare people into submission. So you cannot take everything literally. So the number 666, it said it's the mark of the beast. Well, carbon, which is like the sixth most abundant element in the universe, and we are made up of carbon. I think. Bro, I better check that. Are we made up of carbon? Because carbon is 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. And I talked about this before. And so I know one time when I looked it up, it says it's a reminder that we're since we're made of carbon. Man, are we made of carbon? Let's see. Are we made of? I don't want to be fucking loud. Oh, excuse me. All right, so it says life is carbon based. We mean that our skin, hair, cells are all made out of molecules that contain large amounts of carbon. What is carbon? What is made out of carbon? You're made partly of carbon, so is clothing, furniture, plastics, and your household machines. There's carbon in the air we breathe. So carbon, I think it's carbon 12, because there's different kinds of carbon. So let's see if it's carbon 12 that has the number of 666. Because I used to be afraid of this number, right? And it can be a warning. Alright, bet. The most important structural element, and the reason we are known as carbon-based life form. About 12% of your body's atoms are carbon. So maybe we're 12% beasts. You know, because we're like mixed. We're souls, but we're also in this animalistic body that we have to maintain and control with these urges and these, you know, the reptile brain. And then we have, you know, our conscious. So the beast that we have to defeat is ourselves, I think. This is my theory. So carbon 12 is of a particular importance in its use as the standard from which atomic masses of all nuclides are measured. Thus, its atomic mass is exactly 12 daltons by definition. Carbon 12 is composed of 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. If you've ever seen like a little, the way the electrons look and shit, man, going around the nucleus, it's just like space. So as above is below. Okay. So, Well, I think 666 was, and the Bible was talking about carbon 12 and the fact that we're 12% beasts, and we have to control that aspect of ourselves. But what I got by, let's see, Ryan Hart. According to Ryan Hart on Google, for a long time, no, because he thought it was a bad number, no, the beast. But then he started doing some research, as did I. Seeing 666 could, I hope I didn't hear that far. Seeing 666 could be a private message from your guardian angel. And he has a couple quotes from the Bible. Angels are sent by God to guard us in all ways. Psalm 9:111, 111. And to deliver messages. Luke 1:19. Whoa. When you put those together, 9111119. This is beautiful. One way they might communicate with you is through angel numbers or repeated number sequences, over butterflies, over birds, or just signs is what the Vikings would call them from the gods. I'm reading this book, which I showed you last time, I think, and when they're going on the boat, the main character thought it as a good omen that the dolphins were following along with them for miles. And that, and that gives you, like, if you're doubting yourself, it's like, okay, should I go this way or that way? And then it's kind of like they send you a little sign. I'm like, okay, it's interesting. It's there if you want it to be. If you don't want to communicate with the universe, you don't believe in it, then it won't be there. It just be, whatever you want it to be. That's the beautiful thing about life. So now that we know what angel numbers are, as we probably know by now, let's find out what seeing 666 symbolizes. Angel number 666 is a sign of love and devotion. Your angels are telling you that you need to connect with the divine feminine energy. This means you should listen to what your heart is telling you and not always follow your head. Angel number 666. Oh, I just started reading the same paragraph. Doing this will help lead you to true love, which can be a challenge for many people. This is why knowing what angel number 666 represents is important, as it encourages you to open up your heart chakra in order to receive love from the spiritual world as well as those around you. It's often I'm like pretty closed off and shit. If the angel number, well, not since I did this podcast, I think I've been opening up a lot. In a weird way, it's weird. But it's not about me right now. If the angel number 6, doing this will help lead to true love, which can be I already said that. Oh, because I got distracted. I get sidetracked. This is why knowing what angel number 666 represents is important, as it encourages you to open up your heart. Damn it, I already read that. You can open your heart for spiritual, get love from the spiritual world. If the angel number 6 appears in your life, it's time for you to make a conscious effort of opening up more to others and being more open-minded about relationships. Dang, that hits right on the spot. You'll begin to notice that a lot of good things will come into your life once you start doing this. The angels are counting on this as they want your love life. I'm reading faster than I'm saying it. Coffee. Your love life and professional life to become more enriched once again with all their blessings. When you see angel number 666, this is a message from your guardian angel that you will soon go through a spiritual transformation. Again, I think it all connects to the fact that carbon 12, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, or 12% carbon 12. The number of that molecule, 666. We got to control that. So the rest of it is, your soul. Something recently happened in your life that has put you back on a spiritual path. You are open to the idea of letting God guide you in the right direction. Seeing angel number 666 could be a wake-up call. What you've been trying to accomplish on your own has not been working as you hoped. Now it's time to ask for help from above. During this time of transition, you may start to see angel numbers more frequently and be more in tune with God's presence in your life, for sure. You will soon find out that the true meaning of 666 is actually a positive sign. From now on, it will be a reminder that even though you have made mistakes in your past, God will always be there to forgive your sins if you put your trust in Him. The truth is that every number has a vibrational meaning that it carries no matter how it appears in relation to others. Your guardian angels understand the true vibrational meaning of numbers and use them to communicate to you directly. The number 6 itself is a number of balance. Mathematicians classify the number 6 as the first perfect number. The seraphim, the highest rank in the angelic hierarchy, are said to have 6 wings and communicate with humans clairvoyantly, which is through our sixth sense. These special characteristics make the number 6 the symbol of balance and special powers that are unique to the angel realm. When you see the number 666 appear in your experience, it may be a reminder from your guardian angels that a spiritual dimension of life, that the spiritual dimension of life is ultimately more important. Seeing angel number 666 is proof you may need to focus your thoughts on positive outcomes and abandon thoughts full of fear and loss. It's always good to remember. It's hard to remember sometimes. 666 could also be the reason they could be your guardian angels observing that you're not in balance anymore, and they're here to guide you to find your inner peace again. The angels are telling you that it is time to let go of any kind of addition you might have in your life or shift through your thoughts and perspective in a more optimistic way. So I guess there's an alert to the number, right? But it's not all bad alert. You know what I'm saying? The main one I have in my yellow book is that you are, I don't know where I read it, like it's my favorite one. It's just a reminder you're an infinite being, that we're not just humans. We're infinite. And there's more to our reality than we can even realize. Then that's something dope. I wonder if that's a quote. I'm gonna write that shit down. There's more to reality than we can even realize. Yo, Chris Chaos, you heard it here first, baby. All right, what's next, man? Oh, badass woman in history. Brought in a little different order this time, but that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Keep it moving. Let me take a little hit because I like the moving, the grooving. Never snoozing. I'm cruising. No longer boozing. Hello, Susan. Yo, you losing. And I'm choosing to win and win and win, man. I keep on winning and I never take a L. If I do, you can all go to hell. Oh, swear, oh well, man, I'm just playing games. I'm just hitting jokes, man, spitting out the flames, biting out that fire. Man, I go higher. Man, I keep going till the day I stay retired. But that'll probably be never, cause I'm gonna be an OG to the level of 1,000,000, 100, 1. I'ma keep going cause this shit is so fun. Yeah, it's kinda dumb. Yeah, you can see my gums. Man, I'ma keep going cause I'm having so much, you can hear the drums bassing in your heart. Where do I start? Let me rip apart all the haters from the start. I ain't afraid of the dark. Yeah, your dogs you can bark, but you know they don't bite. Man, is you afraid to fight? Yeah, I always get it right. And got the homies on my left. Man, I keep doing it, even if I go deaf. Like Beethoven. Man, I stay chosen. And they hoeing. Man, and they ain't knowing. And I be flowing. And I be growing mentally and physically, emotionally and everything. Cause I'ma get better. Moving on up to the motherfucking sky like a motherfucking truck. Getting a history. Yo, on this one, let me show my ink. If I haven't already showed you my ink. CX, my initials, VB. Shout out to Python, D Bella. At least he used to be. So because I did that, there's a reason. The first female tattoo artist in the United States. Dun, 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 dun. Badass women of history. So I keep hitting the X back here. Keep hitting my shoe. Her name was Maud Stevens Wagner. She was born February B-Day, 1877. Died January 30th, 1961, just before her birthday. Damn, she almost was 100. If she would have lived like 10 more, she would have been 100. She was the first known female tattoo artist in the United States. She was born in Lyon County, Kansas, to David Von Brand Stevens and Sarah Jane McGee. David Van Brand Stevens. David Van Brand. What a stupid name. In the early 1900s, sorry, I'm just kidding. She first made a living as an acrobat, aerialist, and contortionist at the St. Louis World's Fair. Shout out to the STLMO. That 314 to the 214. Wagner was an aerialist and contortionist working in numerous traveling circuses. She met Gus Wagner, a tattoo artist who described himself as the most artistically marked up man in America, quote unquote, while traveling with circuses and sideshows. At the Louisiana Purchase Exposition, or the World's Fair, in 1904, where she was working as an aerialist. That's where they met. Wow, that must have been a big deal. The Louisiana Purchase Exposition. And then in parentheses it says the World Fair. That shit was probably super lit. I bet a lot of couples met up because there's like people from all over the world. And then, man, back before internet. She exchanged a romantic date with him for a lesson in tattooing, and several years later they were married. Together they had a daughter, Loretta, who started tattooing at the age of 9 and went on to become a tattoo artist herself. Like Gus, Maud used the manual stick and poke method exclusively, despite the fact that that tattoo machines were becoming widely available and frequently used by other artists. So they didn't use the gun. They would actually, I don't know how it is, but I'm assuming manual stick and poke. So I'm assuming they're going pop, 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 pop. It's crazy. Talking about OG. After her success in performing the skills, she passed it on to her daughter, Lavetta. Interesting though, Maud refused to let Gus tattoo their daughter. This resulted in Lavetta being one of very few tattoo artists to have never been tattooed. One account suggests that Lavetta decided if she couldn't be tattooed by her father, then she wouldn't be tattooed by anyone. As an apprentice of her husband, Wagner learned how to give traditional hokey-pokey tattoos, despite the invention of the tattoo machine, and became a tattoo artist herself. Together, the Wagner were the last tattoo artists to work by hand without the aid of modern tattoo machines. Okay, so we know that she was the first known female tattoo artist. It didn't take long before she became covered in tattoo artwork, becoming into circus distraction herself and inked women, because back then it was chaos. Inked women. Marge DeMello comments in ink tattoos and body art around the world. That's a dumb magazine name. That Maud's tattoos were typical of the period and consisted of patriotic tattoos and tattoos of monkeys, butterflies, lions, horses, snakes, trees, and women. Maud, you know, those old school types. Maud also reportedly had her own name, I think like the Ed Hardy types, had her own name tattooed on her left arm. I got my own name tattooed on my left arm, baby. Shout out to Maud. Stevens Wagner. Tattooed women were a regular occurrence in circus sideshows. A barely clad woman with her body permanently altered through ink was somewhat of a spectacle. Though many women before her had been tattooed, starting with ancient native populations, as well as Olive Oatman, who we'll be talking about next time, in the 1850s, who was abducted by the Mojave people and tattooed by them and became a star. Wagner was the first woman on record to learn the art of tattooing herself, paving the way for many tattoo artists of female gender today. After leaving the circus, Maud and Gus Wagner traveled around the U.S., working both as tattoo artists and tattooed attractions in vaudeville houses, county fairs, and amusement arcades. They are credited with bringing tattoo artistry inland, away from the coastal cities and towns where the practice had started. So I'm assuming, like, you know, the West Coast, New York, they were doing all that cool shit first, and then they started from the Midwest, baby, St. Louis, from the heart of the country, and they went out. All right, what's the next page? This is interesting. I forgot. So dope. Oh, the last sentence is her death. Maud Wagner died on January 30th, 1961 in Lawton, Oklahoma. She died of cancer. R.I.P. Maud. Applaud for Maud. All right. That's a good beat switch. I just got a... What's this right here? And the blue tiger's eye, aka hawk's eye, aka silicified crocodile. That's why nobody calls it that. Falcon's eye, rhodocite, and tiger's eye. This stone is found in different locations worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. But its largest deposits can be found in Namibia, India, Canada, and Brazil. So what are the metaphysical benefits of a blue tiger's eye, you ask? Well, I'll let you know. The tiger's eye is a protective stone that traditionally warded off curses and ill wishes. It is still employed by many as a protector against the evil eye. I don't know why I pointed this eye. And the blue variety of tiger's eye shares these properties along with the more commonly found gold and brown variety. This is red tiger. Oh, I guess there's brown. I already did a video for red tiger's eye. Blue tiger's eye is useful aid to memory and mental agility as it helps to integrate the right and the left sides of the brain. It also differentiates between wishful thinking and about what you think about wishful... Okay, I need to hold it. It also differentiates between wishful thinking about what you think you want and what you actually need. Blue tiger's eye has a healing effect on the nerves and calms the over-anxious or phobic. It is said to support libido and sexual desire and acts as a brake on an overactive sex drive. Psychologically, blue tiger's eye is perfect for promoting feelings of self-worth and for stopping constant negative self-criticism. The metaphysical applications of the blue tiger's eye have much to do with the throat, the voice, and issues around communication and also self-talk. Blue tiger's eye also balances your higher energies with your lower chakras, making you feel connected and grounded every time you're working on your higher goals. Blue tiger's eye will also increase your motivation, determination, and willpower, guiding you in the direction that you need to go to make your dreams come true. Blue tiger's eye is perfect for anyone who feels stuck in a rut and cannot move forward. It will help you release your fears and clear all blockages that prevent you from achieving success, wealth, and abundance. The stone will also keep you safe from harm in your journey through life. It will connect you with your own intuition. Interesting. And I'm wearing blue too. Stay true to the blue. What it do? I was gonna get my candle out, but I don't want to knock anything down. Blues type blue. I don't know why I keep saying blues, because I guess I'm gonna say blues clues. Blue tiger's eye will enhance your intuition and protect you from jealousy and malice. Wearing or carrying blue tiger's eye will help shed light on issues that you are having difficulty seeing. It will clear the blockages in your chakras to find the answers you are looking for. Use the power of blue tiger's eye if you want a better perspective on life. It's very helpful when you need to make a difficult decision. Wearing it will also make you be less pessimistic. It will help. I'm not saying it's going to take away all your we got to work on ourselves as well. This isn't the end all be all. But if you feel like, all right, I'm healthy, I eat right, I exercise, I drink enough water, I take my vitamins, and I still feel like this, well, right, try this. Meditate on it. If it doesn't work, I think we probably all need therapy, but it's worth a shot, right? And it's just like when you communicate with nature. If you believe in it, it can work. If you don't, then it won't. It will help you take responsibility instead of blaming others. The energies of this stone will enhance your communication. It will give you the courage to know your thoughts and ideas and have the willpower to make them manifest in your life. Blue tiger's eye is a stone of patience, tolerance, acceptance, and open-mindedness. When you feel like you can't go on anymore, the healing energies of this stone will give you that much needed push in the right direction. Thank you, Vino. Damn, brother. Man, he also got me this too. This shit is fire. A little spinny thing. It's got it's got a grip though. You could just zone out. You know what I mean? No, just kidding. All right. That wraps up another episode of the G Code. Now, y'all know I'm talking about the Friday podcast, baby. And just for good measure, let me put on the track before we go. Shout out to Throw. Shout out to my cousin None. What song should I play? What song should I play? I can't put on Good Day. I can't put on Mary Jane. I can put this one. No copyright issue. It's hard to DJ with YouTube and Windows Music. It's for all the haters. I know everybody got some haters. For whatever reason. This is what you could tell them, man.
Fuck what you heard, got away with them words. King of the hood, all the way to the birds. Too smart for your good, you gon' lay by the curb. If a dude talking shit, make him shit where he stood. Fuck what you heard, got away with the words.
Driven.
All the way to the birds. Too smart for your good, you gon' lay by the curb. If a dude talking shit, make him shit where he stood. Passion is loyalty, hood star royalty. King of the gutter, who correct a nigga cold as me. Catch me where the locals be, light skin with focal sheet. Uma con nosotros, you'll be higher than a cocoa tree. Flying in my spaceship, the city got a hold of me. I love you, Dallas, Texas, you've always been close to me. But sometimes, I be thinking you be using me. You give me good weed, but these haters be confusing me. Why you even keep them here? Let them eat and sleeping here. Making us look bad, acting like you don't even care.
Oh, okay. You gonna act like you ain't seeing that.
Yeah, I gotta get the mic to show these fuckers who the king in here. They call me Little X, one of the best up in the game. Puffin' on some sex, God bless all of the lame. The hood be bringing stress, but the hood made my name. So I gotta represent for my city, know what I'm saying? Fuck what you heard, got away with them words. King of the hood, all the way to the birds. Too smart for your good, you gon' lay by the curb. If a dude talking shit, make him shit where he stood. Fuck what you heard, got away with them words. King of the hood, all the way to the birds. Too smart for your good, you gon' lay by the curb. If a dude talking shit, make him shit where he stood. From around the way, like a pity with a fly ass chick. Niggas wishing they could get it. I'm a hood king, nigga. I could leave your ass decapitated. I'm so deep, you might think we mob affiliated. King of the city, godfather of Garland. I make whack niggas quit, so I bother recording. Smoke a blunt, get the munchies, never kicked it with no dummies. But you should be an actor, to us you looking funny. You son of a bastard, you need to get the money. Don't worry about me, I'ma be what I wanna be. Once upon 100 G's, one is born with masteries. Little did they ask of me, but known to cause catastrophe. Fuck what you heard, got away with the words. King of the hood, all the way to the birds.
I love y'all. I love God, I love the angels. I love Mother Nature and Father Sky.
Fuck what you heard, got away with the words. King of the hood, all the way to the first. Too smart for your good, you gon' lay by the curb. If a dude talking shit, make him shit where he stood. Now however it's told, I'm in